Space Off started as the game of basement games a long, long time ago. I think it was like 2011. It was just a bunch of college friends who were watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Coincidence, we're at PAX. And the game Charlie McDennis was just this crazy amalgamation of like ridiculous mechanics. And they were like, we could do that. So they did for a little while, but the game was absolutely ridiculous, not marketable.
So the early version of this game was an extremely chaotic, multifaceted mess of a game that could only be played in one particular basement.
One of the challenges was like blindfolded army crawl to the nearest playground and come back with a handful of wood chips.
And after they had been playing that amongst themselves for years, one of them, Danny, our CEO, wanted to take it to market. So they worked on kind of buttoning it up.
And then around 4 or 5 years ago, I got the chance to play it. Sula and I actually got the chance to play it. And even though it was just on like little index cards and scraps of paper, it was amazing.
And then I think about a year later, Adrian and I were brought onto the team to kind of take it to market. I'm a graphic designer, he's a copywriter. So that was the start of the journey to turn it into something that we could put in a box and actually sell to the world.
And so we just jumped in, like, pitched a couple of concepts, the space one won out, and then just like went to town. I mean, like all the goofy names and the puns, that's my fault. But yeah, and over the last 3 or 4 years, we've developed way more game cards, cut a lot of like kind of not so great, even like an entire category got just like shoved to the side and replaced with something else. But it's been so much fun.
It has so many interlocking parts and so many individual games that need to be play tested. So we've been developing this for 3 years, play testing it so much with so many different groups of people. And I think the biggest hurdle was how many little pieces of feedback to individual trials we came out of every convention with. A lot of game designers have like a list of like a mechanic and a couple things that people didn't like, but every single game that is played has like little things and maybe little discomforts that we then have to bring back to the drawing board or the computer and kind of fix up. So just because of how many little games are in this thing, the development of like making it smooth in the end was like, it just took a long time. It was really fun, but it took ages.